And welcome to Sports Talk on this beautiful Tuesday evening. We're excited to be in the studio once again, live on the WJRG television network, part of the KMI International Network. So we're happy to be here. Every Tuesday we get together and we have some fun. I'm Dr. Jerry Green, along with the legend Bruce Austin on my right. What's up, brother?
Everything's beautiful, brother.
Never
complain.
Never complain. Big Don from Big Don Production, the producer of the show. What's up, Big Don?
Everything's good.
Every moment move. Kendall Tyson, what's up? The legend also.
Brother?
Everything
yes,
is good?
Everything is amazing.
We have one of the greatest pastors in the world for Basileia, Pastor Walter T. What's up, my brother? God bless you.
God bless everyone. How's everyone tonight?
All right. And also we have Larry all the way in Maryland. What's up, my brother-in-law? How you doing, Larry?
Rolling with the 3-P.
And I thought y'all said he lived in Kansas City.
That's a good one, Larry.
He might move out there.
I'm vacationing in Kansas City.
Oh my God.
And Pat Mahomes is my wife's favorite player, so there it is.
So Larry, but we're gonna start with that. I was gonna do the Buffalo. Let's start with Kansas City. What's the condition of Pat Mahomes? I know they said he got hurt. How's he looking right now, and what can we expect from Kansas City? I'll start with you.
Pat Mahomes get hurt every year. Over the past 2 years, they repeated. He had the same type of injuries, But if he sit a while, if he sit one game out, he should be fine. But if you have to play, I think he is able to play. But it's best for him to sit one game because I think they got a 13-1 record.
Yes.
And wins can guide him to this next win. So I think he should sit out and take a break for a minute.
Pastor T, you agree with Larry or what? They have 13-1 record. There's no sense playing, all right?
Well, the sense of playing, if they got to stay ahead of Buffalo, they don't want to go to Buffalo in the wintertime. But he got a high ankle sprain. They're probably going to need to rest them, but they got a tough schedule coming. They got Houston, and they have the Steelers, and I forgot who the last game is.
And
so they got a tough game.
Denver.
Denver. Which Denver should have beat them in KC. Remember they blocked the field goal?
Yeah.
No, I said should have. They didn't.
No,
but remember they blocked the field goal.
Right.
They blocked the field goal. If they would have made that field goal, the game they would have lost. And that was in
But this in KC
they
though.
got to go to. But can I finish? Now they got to go to Denver. All right. So yeah, they should sit him because without him, they ain't going nowhere.
But you got to remember that's too. Now Kansas City did win on the road last year, so
that was last year. That was last year. Well, yeah. So they should be confident. No doubt. That's why I said they should sit him because without him, they don't have anything.
Right.
So they should sit him. Yes.
Okay. Go ahead, Kendall.
But I don't know if they will because they don't want to go on the road.
Has more than shown us that he can win on the road. I think that this is a blessing in disguise. He can be rested, playing against. I would not play him in the next game against Houston. It doesn't matter. He's shown that he will win. I would probably sit him 2 games, let him come back in the last game just to get his feet up under him and go for this 3-peat. He's shown us that he's capable of doing it.
Okay. All right. Bruce.
Yeah, I think it's more important for him to be healthy for the playoffs than trying to win the division if it comes to that.
Would you play?
No, I wouldn't play him. I would set him out at least one and see how he looked.
Okay.
I mean, the doctors are determined, how bad it is. But I think if I'm not mistaken, did he say he could have finished the game if he wanted to?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
they said if it was critical. So what I heard is they said, I guess it depends on practice. They said if he can protect himself, if he can move around and stay away from the passes, from the blitzes, then he's going to play. If he cannot protect himself, they're not going to play him.
Yeah, so it must not have been that bad.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Don. Pat Mahomes.
Let me see. I don't think it was last year. I think it was the year before that when he limped into the locker room and could barely make it. Whatever shot they gave him that day, I would give it to him again and put him back out there. Two of them.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my God. So well, you got to go with the Chiefs, Kendall, because they're the 2-time champs. They've improved themselves. They can win on the road or at home. So whatever the situation they're in, they'd improve what they can do. So, but like Walt said, that was last year. But we got to give them, and they're 13-1. So they're still the best team right now in football besides the Eagles that's playing good as well. All right, so let's move on to Buffalo. Larry, let me start with you again. Is the Buffalo Bills the hottest team right now in besides Philly in the NFL? I mean, do you see anybody beating them besides Kansas City?
I think the Bills got a real tough team, but I think it's going to show on them because their defensive backs are not that good. A real good offense can score on Buffalo, but the thing about Buffalo, you got to stop them from scoring. But if you got a good offense, you put some points on them because their defense ain't very good.
Now, do you think Buffalo is going to make it to at least the AFC Championship game?
I think so.
Okay. What about you, Pastor? Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, I agree with Larry. They're unstoppable on offense, but the defense is not that good. That's why the Rams was able to beat them because the Rams got a great offense, so they just outscored them, But their defense, Buffalo has put up almost 90 points in last two games. Detroit, listen to this. Jared Goff threw 5 touchdowns, no picks, and they still lost. 5 touchdowns, unheard of. He was 5 for 5 in the red zone. So their defense, is a sieve. But Josh Allen is, he is red hot now. He's red hot. He's a big guy, and he got a laser arm. No matter where he is on the football field, he can still, get that ball down there. But the defense is not that good.
Okay. Now, didn't you say last week that you think Josh Allen's the best quarterback in football?
Still do. Did you just watch the game against Detroit? He was unstoppable.
Okay.
Unstoppable.
He's not unstoppable. That defense wasn't very good he was playing against.
Okay. All right. Let me go with Kendall.
Well, if Pat Mahomes wasn't around, Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, all these quarterbacks would probably be legendary. But Pat Mahomes is in the game. Josh Allen is the reason why the overtime games are the way they are played against Pat Mahomes. Once again, his name comes up, Pat Mahomes. Josh Allen also plays for the Buffalo Bills. They once had this player, you remember this guy named Jim Kelly. Remember Jim Kelly?
Jim Kelly, yeah.
Got drafted for the USFL, was averaging 700 games, 4 straight Super Bowls. They made it to 4 straight Super Bowls and still lost. So until he brings home the big one, Don, I'm be like you. Till he brings home the big one, I mean, he could be super talented, but so was a lot of quarterbacks that are super talented. Just get the ring, and right now Pat Mahomes is standing in his way. I think what we're going to see is Lamar Jackson versus Josh Allen for the right to meet Pat Mahomes in the AFC Championship. I think that's how it's going to go down.
Right down.
And I'm going with the Ravens. I'm going with Lamar Jackson. If they meet, I'm taking the Ravens to beat the Bills. And the Bills not making it in, because that will be the Bills' trademark. We're playing hot right now, and when that big one come up, so I'm going with the Ravens.
All right.
But Don, that's also Lamar Jackson's trademark.
Yeah, well, that's when he gets to the Chiefs.
3-time MVP, and come in the playoffs, he go home.
When he get to the Chiefs, though, that's when he get to the Chiefs.
But he can beat the Ravens, though. He can beat the Bills, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They'll beat the Bills when they get to the
Baltimore can beat the Bills.
Well, but you guys ain't giving the Bills too much respect either. Go ahead.
I think the Bills can win it all, but with Baltimore, see, they got the team to do it, but it's all on the coaches.
Okay.
If the coaches stop Lamar from being Lamar, they ain't gonna win nothing. See, they got beat last year by having Lamar stay in the pocket and throw more. That's not really his game.
Right.
His game is running. Now they got Henry. They're doing Lamar the same way, and no way Henry should be rushing no less than 20 times a day. So if they keep the same game plan, Baltimore ain't gonna win.
But so they got to get the ball to Henry a lot more.
They got to let both of them do what they do.
Yeah.
Lamar and Henry.
Lamar can't stay in that pocket.
That ain't his game.
And that's on the coach. Like you said,
that's on the coach.
But I'm thinking they could get past the Bills anyway.
Yeah.
Bishop, what's up?
What's happening, Bishop?
Just trying to get this camera to work proper. I've had to change so many
All that purple.
Smoke up there,
That's
man.
right.
Look at this background. Look at
I
the
thought you were Prince when you first came out, man.
Thought it was Prince,
Purple
right?
haze, purple
Get the
haze.
fire.
Purple rainbow.
Yeah, thought it was Prince. You
Yeah,
took the words
you
out of
made
my
me
mouth.
mad last night, but I got over it.
But welcome back from Aruba, man. I know you had a great time over there.
How you guys doing tonight?
And we
Great.
doing
All
good.
right.
Bishop, we're talking about the Buffalo Bills. How good are the Bills right now? Can they make it to the Super Bowl? I mean, I know everybody picking the Chiefs, but how good is the Buffalo Bills right now?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the Buffalo Bills. Can you hear me? Okay. I think the Buffalo Bills do have an excellent shot at getting there. The real question is, Allen, where is he going to be playoff time? Is he going to transform into something we're not familiar with, or is he going to remain where he is? Because he's hot, excuse my French, he's hotter than hellfire right now. So what are you going to do? You know, I'm not saying anything about the Chiefs. So Larry, you know, you can stay on the bandwagon, but if there's any team you need to be concerned about, it is Buffalo.
All right, well, Donald,
Baltimore gonna take care of Buffalo.
Yeah, but
Okay.
see, Baltimore is Buffalo kryptonite.
Right.
okay.
That's right.
I think they proved it.
That's their
No, but
Bishop,
Kansas City beat Buffalo last year.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
can't go by what happened last year.
well,
Kansas City beat them last year.
Bishop said, good luck to Larry staying on the bandwagon. Ain't you on it too?
I'm in the back seat. Larry he won't let me sit in the front, so I have to sit in
On
the
the
back.
bandwagon. On the bandwagon. What you? I mean, hey, come on. That's my own.
Hey, he made me go to he said get in the back of the bus. I'm starting to feel like 1960 all over.
Hey, Vikings might make it now. Vikings
I'm gonna be honest with
real
you.
good now.
No, realistically
You ain't gonna make
speaking,
it.
realistically speaking, and I'm not going to say you're right, Don. Sam Darnold has to play better. I mean, I gave him a B- for last night's performance. I mean,
30 points.
I know.
he might have scored 30, but he's still holding on to the ball too long. He's not making good decisions because he was so busy trying to get Justin Jefferson involved in the game. He paid very little attention to Addison until about the third quarter. Naylor was open on one occasion. Oliver was open on another occasion. Hockenson was open. These guys are like wide open, standing as wide open as you guys are where you're sitting right now. And he didn't see him. He can't do that. Man, you got to see that field, especially when you get to the playoffs.
What's the record?
12
Did they win? I thought they won last night.
You know what?
Oh.
Listen, it's nice that they won. They played the Bears, okay? It's not like they played the Lions or the Packers.
What's
They
their
got a
record?
good record.
Or the
They got a good
Eagles.
record.
At 12-2, right?
You want me to go through who they beat?
No. That be whoever was on their schedule, like
That's
everybody else.
exactly right. My point is,
That's
I
who
mean,
you want them to play.
hey, come up whatever you want. Darnold has to step up. He's
Well,
got
the
to
playoffs
step
gonna
up.
start. The playoffs coming along, Bishop. It's
I
coming.
know they are. I know they are. I
Listen.
don't want to be. Listen, I
Right.
want to be one and done. That's what
This
I'm trying
as good
to
as
avoid.
Donald
One and
has
done.
ever been. Donald's in heaven right now.
He in heaven right now, but you know
I don't
what?
know if you can get anything else out of him, bro.
We got to get just a little more out of him.
Oh man, I don't
he's
think
got
it's in there.
He's got a
I
great
think
receiving
he's
crew.
at his highlight right now.
Bishop, we need to put some purple smoke on them players that's wide open. Let me see them there.
Man, I tell you, last night, the first half, I mean, and I know what Flores was doing. He was feeling them out, trying to figure out which way to go with them. But at the same time, the offense, which they did well, he's got a B- out of me. That's all Darnold can get out of me is a B-.
I gave him a B+.
Hey, but
I gave him a B-.
Bishop, before I get Bob up here, but how big of a win was that for Buffalo over Detroit, though? I mean, those in Detroit.
That was huge. And the bad part about it is Montgomery's out with a torn MCL.
Done.
So that's part of their offensive prowess right there. So they're down to Gibbs and the third string running back who's good for 2 or 3 yards. So they're going to really have to rely on their receiving core. Now we're going to find out, can Goff really carry that team with the passing game? Because he's going to have to rely on the passing game now. But Buffalo kind of, I mean, they exposed him a little bit, but Allen kind of did something I never expected him to do. I mean, that man, I know he can run, but he ran a little more than he wanted to. But they had the Detroit's number. That's all I know about that, and I'm happy because now we got a shot at first place and the best.
Larry, how big of a win was that for the Buffalo Bills beating Detroit?
That was huge. That was huge. That broke everything open in the NFC. Wow. Now, right now, NFC don't know which way to turn because right now Minnesota can beat Detroit, and it looks like right now Minnesota might be playing Philadelphia in the championship.
I think so.
NFC,
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Buffalo head might get pushed a little too big because they think they're the number one team in the NFL right now.
Who's that?
And if they keep drinking the Kool-Aid, it's not going to end well.
Go ahead, Pastor. Buffalo Bills, man, how big of a win was that for them?
It was a big win. They went into Detroit. And they pretty much dominated them. But like I said, both of Detroit's defense is hurt. And then they just lost, online. And then they just lost.
I like him.
They just lost their defensive lineman. The defensive lineman is out for the rest of the season too. So they're in trouble as far as their defense. Their defense, they like playing with tape. They might call Big Don up to play some nose guard there, man. That's how bad they are now, man. They
outside linebacker or something.
Yeah, they hurt him, man.
That's the same question. How big of a win would that? Did they send a message?
That was a huge win. I mean, like you said, they shook things up. I mean, Detroit looked like they're going to run away with the NFC. Now they're right back in the pack. And you know what's funny is the Minnesota Vikings have the possibility of winning that division. They used to call that the black and blue division, even though they're purple. Looks like the purple boys, the purple people eaters are back. And just to say something, Bishop, I just think watching that game, I think Sam Darnold was trying to make sure he knows where the bread is buttered. It's almost like, okay, we're going to win this game, but Jefferson has been in the press complaining about, the passing game openly. So he's been really trying to say, listen, man, I'm trying to work with you. Now they won. Now he'll probably spread the ball around. I'm seeing something different. I just think that they look pretty good, to be perfectly honest. And I think that was a huge win in Buffalo because now, Buffalo wins.
In Detroit.
Yeah, Buffalo wins.
Yeah.
Kansas City loses Pat Mahomes, and then you got the Ravens have lost a couple games. So Buffalo's shuffling it up. It's like we got a three-man run in each division. You got Philadelphia, you've got Detroit and Minnesota in the NFC, and you've got Kansas City, who I think is going to come out of the AFC. And you've got some problems with Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson in Baltimore. So I think that more beating that Detroit just shook things up, brought everything down to earth, and made it much more interesting.
Donald, go ahead, man. I know you're against Buffalo a lot, but go ahead.
Well, definitely a confidence builder. Let's go there.
Okay.
I mean, you done already beat the Chiefs this year.
Yep.
Right now, Pat Mahomes got a
beat
sprain.
Detroit.
Yeah.
So they beat, like I said, Kansas City, and they beat Detroit.
Right.
So the top two teams.
They beat the top two
I'm saying
teams.
that's the confidence builder, beating the Lions now.
Right.
Because you already done beat the Chiefs. Now Pat Mahomes got a sprained ankle, and you hope it stays sore. So, I know if I was in the locker room, my confidence would be through the roof right now.
In Detroit too. Go ahead, Bruce. Now I go Bob. Go ahead.
I think the next 3 weeks gonna be critical, man, because
Detroit,
they first lost Hutchinson.
Okay. Wow.
And now the injury bug hit them hard. They're not the same team, and the coach keep taking the unnecessary chances.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
The game and get away with it.
He does that.
Pretty soon gonna catch up with you.
Right.
He had no
Okay.
You know what I mean? He kick onside kick. You should have never did that.
Okay.
I agree.
Take all them chances. Everybody who and ha when it worked.
Right.
But see, when it don't work,
they can make
and
it back.
by him having so many injuries, it should be less chances he want to take like that.
Okay.
Because he know his personnel, everybody almost hurt.
All right, we're gonna take a break for a minute. This is our sports talk on the WJRG television network, and we have Bob McCormick on the phone with our sports update. Bob, you there, right?
I'm still here, Jerry. How
You didn't fall asleep.
Go ahead, Bob.
We'll be as close as you can to the microphone, Jerry.
We got you.
We're actually going to start with the WNBA tonight. The Las Vegas Aces star Asia Wilson will sign a 6-year contract extension with Nike or Nike, whatever you prefer to say. It's one of the richest 2 deals for a women's basketball player.
Okay.
This deal ranks alongside the Fever's Caitlin Clark, USC's Juju Watkins, and the Liberty's Sabrina Ionescu. The WNBA also will play its first regular season game outside the U.S. as the Storm and Dream will meet in August in Vancouver. And in 2026, the Toronto Tempo will begin play in the league.
That's the women.
Women fell to number 4 in the AP Top 25 poll after losing to Notre Dame, who jumped to number 3. Tonight, the Lady Huskies take on Iowa State. UCLA is still number 1. Head coach Dan Hurley got his 300th career win as the UConn men defeated Gonzaga at MSG Saturday night. The Huskies are now 4-0 after losing 3 in Maui. Tonight is the NBA Cup Finals between the Bucks and Thunder at 8:30 on ABC. Who would have ever thought those 2 teams would be in that Cup Final, especially after the Bucks, I believe, started 2-13 this season. The Lakers' LeBron James has returned to the team after a 2-game absence. He had 18 points and a win over the Grizzlies the other night. James has been hampered with a foot injury, and LeBron actually will turn 40 years old at the end of this month.
Yeah, 40. Yeah.
76ers big man Joel Embiid suffered a sinus fracture against the Pacers last Friday. He was ruled out of last night's game. The Warriors, I know you guys are going to talk about this, have acquired Dennis Schroeder in a trade with the Nets. Brooklyn gets the Anthony Melton. Former NBA forward Anthony Randolph is calling it a career. He played for the Knicks, Warriors, Timberwolves, and Nuggets from 2008 to 14. Connecticut High School football champions were crowned over the weekend. Massac beat number 1 Windsor, Killingly, and Sonia. St. Joseph's, New Canaan, and Greenwich, who shut out West Haven in the Double L final. They were all winners. Colorado's Travis Hunter. Don't know if you guys talked about this yet. He wins this year's Heisman Trophy as college football's top player. Hunter also won the AP Player of the Year award. Bill Belichick signed a 5-year deal worth $50 million. The head coach at the University of North Carolina. He said he reached out to the Jets about their vacancy before taking the UNC job. Louisiana Tech will replace Marshall against Army in the Independence Bowl on December 28th. Sacramento State met with former NFL quarterback Michael Vick about his head coaching position. On to the NFL, the Dolphins, Grant DeBose, this is good news here. He's moved his extremities after a scary helmet-to-helmet hit on Sunday versus the Texans. Chiefs quarterback, I heard you talking about Patrick Mahomes. He's got a high ankle sprain. No word on whether he'll play this week against the Texans. The Lions have lost running back David Montgomery with a sprained MCL and defensive tackle that is Aleem McNeil. He's got a torn ACL for the rest of the season. Seahawks quarterback Geno Smith has a knee injury. The Cowboys' Trayvon Diggs will have knee surgery. And the Raiders' Max Crosby will have ankle surgery. They're both done for the season. Onto the ice in the NHL, Rangers, Islanders, Devils, and Bruins are all in action. And I'm just getting word about this. The Yankees are set to acquire Cody Bellinger from the Cubs.
Okay.
And that's all the sports I got for you tonight, Jerry.
All right, Bob. Thank you.
You did good.
Thank you very much, Bob, for your sports report.
I got a lot in there, didn't I?
Yes, you did. All right.
Pretty good, Bob.
The Giants stink.
About the Giants.
The Giants stink.
I didn't hear nothing about the Giants, Bob.
2 in 2024.
All Giant fans have paper bags over their heads right now.
All right, Bob. No, I got to give it to
Before I go, let me mention this. Your Christmas toy drive gospel performance coming up this Saturday
Yes.
at what is it? The Wayback Studios. What is it
Music
called?
back there.
Music back then.
The music back then studio performing
You should
kids.
show up, Bob.
Back when?
Saturday night, 6 o'clock.
That's right. Looking forward to it, man. Okay.
So come on down. I'll talk to you later, Jerry.
We got a lot. We got a lot we doing. Big Down Production and this whole crew, man. We got some great people as part of this staff. We're gonna move on because I know Kendall got to go, so I'm gonna start this question with Kendall. Kendall, this is the NBA right now.
Mm-hmm.
Charles Barkley said that Larry Bird and Magic Johnson are the two most important people in NBA history.
Well, right, yeah, absolutely. Listen, I'm going to totally agree with that. First of all, Magic Johnson and Larry Bird played the highest rated basketball game ever seen, Michigan State versus Indiana, when they came to the NBA. The NBA before Larry Bird and Magic Johnson was on tape delay. I mean, we would just, you would hear about it. I watched Dr. J win the ABA championship at 3 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? To an empty studio. So now, when they came, they were perfectly placed. Magic Johnson was on one side, and then Larry Bird was on another side of the country. East and West. East versus the West, black versus white, Hollywood versus Beantown, and they lived up to the hype. They won a championship the first year, Magic, and Bird won it the second year. And Magic got 5 in that decade, and Bird got 3. And they paved the way for Michael Jordan. I believe that for
Right, because I'm gonna ask a question.
Okay, I believe that they are the two most important players in NBA history.
And I'm not gonna disagree. I'm going to all you guys in a minute. But what about Dr. J when the ABA and the NBA had to merge and they brought in 4 franchises? The Nuggets, San Antonio Spurs, the Nets, and the Pacers. Because they wanted Dr. J so bad, and David Thompson too, that they bought out those teams to bring in Dr. J.
Then you
so is that just as big?
Then you have to make that argument that Charles Barkley was too young to realize that Dr. J was just as important to the NBA by bringing the San Antonio Spurs and George Iceman Gervin,
all them guys came in.
David Thompson in there, you know what I mean? George McGinnis, Artis Gilmore.
All the guys came in.
All
the guys came in because who did they want though? Who they really want?
They wanted Dr. J. They wanted Dr. J. Matter of fact, he was on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
They wanted Dr. J.
They just wanted Dr. J. They really got a big Showtime team. They really got, when you mentioned the Ice Girl, and they really got big. That's like the NBA wasn't Showtime like that.
The Nets blew it though.
The Nets blew it, but they didn't have no 3-point. They had the 3-point shooting in the ABA. The Dr. J. The dunk contest started in the ABA because of Dr. J. So I'm not disagreeing with I'm not disagreeing with Charles Barkley said, but Dr. J played up
was just as important. But gotta say that equally,
especially in '76.
But those guys, when they came along and they took it to a higher level.
I'll say that.
They go to a higher level.
Go ahead. I'll pass the ball. What you think?
No, yes, Charles Barkley was absolutely right. Not only. It wasn't the fact that they wanted Doc and them. Doc and them wasn't getting paid, man. The ABA was about to go bankrupt. They did them a favor. That was just a win-win situation. Them guys wasn't Doc. You see the documentary? They wasn't even getting paid. They didn't even know they was going to get a check at the end of the week.
Because there was competition. You had the NBA and the ABA. Those competing.
ABA didn't have no money.
ABA
didn't have no money.
ABA didn't have many fans
ABA
either.
didn't have any money.
What? To add to your point, that's the exact reason why the Nets sold Dr. J to Philly.
Right.
Because they didn't have no money.
They had the money.
Absolutely.
They bought a Tiny Archibald too, and Doc didn't like that. They bought a Tiny Archibald and paid him more than Doc. They gave him a better contract than Dr. J.
Yeah, but they knew they couldn't afford Doc.
No, but I'm saying, but it doesn't make Doc mad.
Archibald, Doc didn't no trade. They couldn't afford him.
But that's like saying
way more than Archibald.
But that's like saying. So what Barkley is saying is because like what Kendall said, and you know that Jerry, we was at Pratt and Whitney. You was watching the game on tape delay, you know, before Magic and Bird. But that's like saying that the the World Football League. Remember when the NFL bought them out? They get Herschel Walker, they get Jim Kelly, they get all the same thing. But they wasn't bigger than, they didn't make the NFL. The NFL was already, made. And so the NBA, Magic and Bird saved the NBA. You
I
know,
would go.
Doc was a great talent, but they was about to go broke.
Sure
Right.
was.
They didn't have no money.
Okay, go ahead, Bishop. Now go, Larry.
No, I'm agreeing with all they're saying, but I'm going to say it this way. I say Bird and Magic reestablished or reaffirmed the foundation, and from there the building began. When those 4 teams came in from the ABA, remember the ABA was the Showtime League. Think about it. I mean, they didn't do much dunking in the NBA at that time. They didn't have a 3-point line. And I'm not sure they had certain defenses that the ABA brought to the NBA. They put excitement in there. And you guys, Jerry, Pastor Walt, you and I all know, where was we every Sunday? The NBA on NBC, sitting in front, almost not making it back to church, trying to watch the games. So I'm gonna agree with you that what he said. Charles Barkley, you know, sometimes you want him to shut up. Sometimes the man just tells truth. Yeah, they were the reestablishment or the reaffirming of the foundation. And it's the parts that were put together that helped to build it to where it is today. That's the way I would say it.
Yeah, but another thing about the ABA.
It's my turn.
The NBA was smart. The NBA was smart, man, and they saw that the ABA had all the bad boys.
But Dr. J was the Michael Jordan at that time.
Yeah, but
That's
yeah,
right.
Larry, let Larry go. Go, Larry.
The original dunk master.
The real truth of the matter is just like Caitlin Clark when she came to WNBA. Okay, she bought a different fan base, just like when the NBA was almost all black. Okay, Boston was not selling out seats because most of the players on Boston was black. Okay. When he showed up,
Larry Bird.
Indiana State made Indiana State a winner.
Mm-hmm.
It was white against black all over again.
Mm-hmm.
And they pumped up Bird so high.
That's right.
He's a new beginning. He's a new one. Nobody ever seen a white boy play like
He
this.
backed it up too.
He backed
it up.
And when he
He's
came,
good. They drafted him before he even got out of college.
that's
Sure
right.
did.
He built him up like he was the next guy.
Well, Larry, they tried that with Pete Maravich first. They wanted Pete Maravich to be that player.
Pete Maravich was on that team.
No, I'm saying,
But Bird was the player because he was coming from the right school,
right?
and the area he was on was mostly all white. And when they seen a white team can beat black teams, they was excited. They was more than excited.
Mm-hmm.
And when they made it to the championship, and when Magic dogged them, that didn't kill everything because when it went to NBA, they brought new fans with them, just like what Caitlin Clark did.
That's right.
All over again.
All right, let me go down.
He brought the NBA back up like they'd never been
Like
before.
I said, he reaffirmed the foundation.
Down, what you do?
I'm just thinking it definitely just took it to another level. It was already up there high when the Doc came in, when Bird and Magic came in. That's when they started really looking for idols to really look for.
Yeah, because Charles said that they're the most important people in NBA history,
Yeah.
and which they are.
Financially.
Which they are. But like I said, when I look at what Dr. J, how bad they wanted him, you know, to come from the ABA. I know I understand what Pastor Walt's saying. The ABA was struggling financially because it was competition. You had the ABA and the NBA. So I mean,
a lot of the NBA we couldn't watch though. The NBA was there. I don't know if the NBA was really struggling.
No, the ABA. He said the ABA was struggling.
No, we could watch ABA late at night. We watched ABA late at night.
It wasn't really that much because we couldn't really watch ABA like we wanted to. We could watch NBA.
John Wayne.
Don, you can watch ABA like late at night. If you were going to watch the Nets on the East Coast, you had to watch it 9, 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, we used to watch the Nets because John Williamson was on there.
Yeah, I used to watch the Nets with Dr. J's days. 10, 11 o'clock at night.
New Haven's own. I used to watch it.
Yeah, we used to watch Super John.
I don't think the NBA
Super
was
John
like
running
the
things
NBA
in
was.
New Jersey.
No, the NBA wasn't. No, I'm saying, but there was competition between the two leagues. Now the NBA had no competition.
Yeah,
Well,
but
back
they
then-
thought, like somebody said, it was the same thing they did with the USFL.
Right.
Right.
Like as it was, I agree with
Right.
that.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, the NBA knew the ABA had all the
They had George Gervin, Artie
Larry
Gilmore,
Keenan,
David Thompson, David.
But now,
all them guys.
Jerry, I want to throw something else
Rick
at you.
Barry.
Rick Barry, exactly. I was going to bring that up. And they also had another one that thought was going to be a great white hope. You remember Dan Issel?
Dan Issel? I was going to say that. They had Dan Issel, Artis Gilmore.
They try to make another great white hope out of Dan Issel, and he was a very good player.
Because Bishop, I watched the ABA. Indiana, right? I watched the ABA more than I watched the NBA.
Listen, I watched the ABA back in the days when the Nets had
Super John.
Right, that's what we said. We watched Super John. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So we have watched Super John, man.
Anyway, gentlemen, for sports talk, I have to go to a concert in the mall. Okay. And I just thank you, gentlemen, for having me in Sports Talk. Bishop, Walter, Larry, of course, the legend, Jerry.
Good to see your face in the place.
Tyson, Every Moment Moves, or WJRG. Hey, Bishop, man, I might have to get back on that Vikings bandwagon.
Get back.
Vikings, you better stay with them Eagles, man. Them Eagles rolling.
Purple haze, purple haze.
Before Kendall, I know Kendall gonna leave, but Dr. J also said, I got no doctor under the bus. Doc said that LeBron James he didn't put LeBron James in his top three. What he said, Jules Irvin left LeBron James.
He puts teams
old school.
But listen, I'm saying, he put teams together. Yeah. But don't tell me them teams wasn't super teams back then either.
Yeah, but I bet he picked everybody old school.
Yeah, no, but Doc is hating on LeBron. Like a lot of the old timers.
Yeah, they hate on.
See, Doc had a super team too.
Yeah.
I'm tired of people talking about LeBron has super teams, and all the teams back then was super. If I'm wrong, y'all tell me.
I'm trying to think. How far back are you going with the doctor? What super teams did he actually have? He had good teams, but not super teams.
Fo with Moses Malone.
That's a talent all by itself. We're gonna leave that alone. Them two by themselves.
But never got to George McGinnis, Darryl Dawkins,
right.
World Be Free.
Right, Bishop, all I'm saying is that when they accuse of LeBron James of having a super team, which I hear all the time, with him, Dwayne Wade, and Bosh and all that, every team back then in the 70s and 80s, starting with the Knicks, with Walt Frazier, Earl the Pearl, David Bush, they got about 5 Hall of Famers. Then you go to the Celtics, JoJo White, Charlie Scott, Dave Collins, even before then. Super teams. The Lakers, Jerry West, Gail Goodrich, Wilt Chamberlain, Elgin Baylor, super team. All of them super teams.
Yeah, but you know what? You know why you call them a super team? Because the guy was more better back then fundamentally.
They were fundamentally more sound. You're right.
Take Seattle Supersonics. Gary Payton. All them guys were super. Okay. There's no team back there winning without a super team. But more recent, what Kevin Garnett do? He said, "I'm not going to Boston unless you bring Ray Allen."
Right.
That gave them a super team.
Right, but I'm saying, but even a guy like Charles Barkley that would accuse LeBron, he did the same thing in Houston.
Yeah, but he chased everybody. He went all over the globe trying to get.
That's what I'm saying.
And you know what? I don't think the argument is the fact that he created super teams. He redeveloped the financial structure of a lot of teams. Because remember, they used to try, they couldn't stack and pack back in the day, but they had to work with contracts and finances. I'm just saying, when LeBron came around, they I don't know where they got all this extra cap space from, and they started stacking and packing teams. Some of them benches was jam-packed. Think about it.
All right, let me get Paul and Larry respond to that about what Dr. J is talking about LeBron James. Reason I had to put him in his top 10 because LeBron stacked his teams. And do you guys agree with the fact that LeBron stacked his teams and all the teams wasn't stacked or what? Go ahead, Walter.
No, I don't. No, I just think, like you said, Doc just has something against LeBron. But the thing is, I think LeBron did go to Miami, but they just got their friends together. But then he went, to me, that all washed out when he went back to Cleveland with nobody and won a title. So, with me, that's fine. That was that. I don't think he could hold that against him because he went back home with nobody and won the title. So that's that. But they did have super teams back then. But the best team,
and all them boys,
the best team that they had that they put together was Golden State.
Yep.
With KD. That team right there, if they didn't break that team up, nobody was going to beat them. If they didn't get hurt, they was unbeatable.
Now, to your point, I would say that was a stacked team when Kevin.
That was very stacked.
It was. That's what I'm saying. That's the best team that they ever put together because they were young. Still, it's not like, you know, Chamberlain when he went to the Lakers, he was past his prime. He wasn't Wilt that was getting 100 points a night. You know,
That's right.
KD and all them boys, they were
He was just warming up.
Put them together.
Larry, what you think about what Dr. J hating on LeBron?
I think it's totally wrong because, like he said, LeBron came back home. He left the stack team, came back home, won a championship. Then he went to LA and won another one. You know, there's nothing wrong with doing that. And back in the day, they used to stack teams the same way.
Yeah.
And Dr. J had some all-stars in his team too. They just didn't get the championships.
Yeah, the reason they didn't get it because they didn't have no chemistry. Everybody wanted to be the man on Philly.
On that Philly team.
They definitely had one of the best teams.
Who?
Jordan McGinnis, Doc, Free, Dawkins, Young Dawkins.
They had a stack team.
Howell Jones.
Yeah. Bobby Jones.
Bobby Jones. Yeah.
Like I said earlier, Bruce, the bench was stacked back in that day.
Right.
Go ahead, John. What you think about that?
End of the night, Dr. J's a hater too, huh? LeBron James got his share of haters. I mean, come on. We all have to agree that LeBron James, you might say Boston was stacked a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
But even every team LeBron James been on wasn't stacked like the Lakers.
Right.
Nope. Wasn't stacked like Boston.
Right.
Wasn't stacked like Philly. You know, he had to be the main man. He had to put them guys on his back. And somewhere in Boston, I mean, when he played in Miami, he got a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
You know, he did have Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh.
And he also had Ray Allen on the outside.
Put
everybody on his back.
Booby Gibson.
Yeah.
And I heard Magic even said during LeBron's documentary, he said what LeBron did was hard because Magic never had to go through that. I'm talking about when he played in Cleveland.
Right.
He said what LeBron James did, it was hard because I mean a superstar they got to carry guys, you know,
everywhere he went.
You know, because like I said, Magic had Kareem, he had Norm Nixon,
everybody.
He had Jamal Wilkes, he had guys that James Worthy come out of a team that already won the championship.
Yeah,
he was a number one draft pick. I mean, he didn't have to go through what LeBron.
Byron Scott.
Yeah, so I'm saying, so Doc, them old guys, they need to stop hating on LeBron.
I think Doc mad because
Doc, call the show if you're listening. We'll straighten it out.
Yeah, I think Doc mad he still couldn't win.
Right. He had, but he can beat the Lakers though.
Yeah, but they
can beat the Lakers, Bruce.
Yeah,
I told you I watched one of the games about a month ago.
Yeah, but then
on NBA TV.
Portland beat them.
Portland beat them too.
Right.
But I'm saying, I watched the NBA TV. Kareem only had 2 points in going into the third quarter, and the Lakers still up by 10 points. Bob McAdoo. And I felt bad for Doc and Andrew Toney because they were doing their best. But
there was nothing they could do, Jerry. I remember that guy. There was nothing they could do. I mean, first of all, they couldn't. The guards were that doggone good. So what were you going to do? Penetration was almost impossible. And then when Kareem got on track, it was SWAT City.
So they couldn't win until he got Moses because the Lakers could not beat Moses Malone.
They
couldn't beat him. He was a dog, and they had nobody bullies from down there. That's why when they lost to Boston, Moses said, "Me and 4 more guys will beat Boston. Just 4 guys up the street, and we'll beat Boston."
I totally agree with you, man. All right, Jules Irving, man. I love Doc, but he hating on him. What you guys think about that trade? Dennis Schroeder going to Golden State?
Perfect.
All right, talk about
good trade, man.
Perfect. That's just what they needed.
Why?
Get that ball out, step in.
Okay.
You know what I mean? See, the Lakers messed up when they got rid of Schroeder.
Okay.
They ain't been right at point guard since. Still ain't right. He's a veteran and he know how to play. They try to play the young boy, the young rookie there at point guard. That didn't work.
Right.
That's just what Golden State needed, Schroeder.
Okay.
Take that ball out of Steph's hand. Steph the best shooter in NBA history.
And he can't shoot if he ain't got nobody to pass the ball to him.
Give that ball to him.
Right. Go ahead. Let him shoot. What you say, Bishop?
I said Steph can't shoot if he ain't got nobody to pass it to him. He's busy giving the ball up himself.
That's what I'm saying.
He getting double and sometimes triple team. Now he can turn around and come off the screen. He's gonna have a very different game. Keep your eyes.
That's a great move, man.
Yeah, great move, guys. Go ahead.
Listen, that was a great. Everywhere he's gone, when he was with the Lakers, you know what, Bruce? But he messed up. They was trying to give him a good contract. He went free agent and didn't get nothing. He ended up going to play for Boston pretty much for pennies. You know, the Lakers was trying to give him $30 million or whatever it was, and he said, "No,
it was $100 million. It was what? 88 million, I think it was.
Something was. And he
turned
said no.
it down.
They
Only
never
got
go to
5
Boston
million.
for like $5 million. But yeah,
Right.
that's a great move. Because look how good he was with Germany. They didn't have a
Uh-huh.
stacked team.
Oh,
And
he
they
can play.
in the Olympics. That's a great move for Golden State, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, Larry. Well, what you think about the trade, man? Dennis Schroeder going to Golden State.
I think he'll help them out, but he's there more as to help their young guys improve.
No.
But he's not consistent. Even when he was with LA, he's not going to be the consistent to take them to that championship. He will help them, but he's not the key piece to taking the championship.
He'll never be the key piece on the team with Steph.
No.
They brought him in. They brought him in to take the pressure off of everybody. Draymond Green,
he taking Gary Payton Jr. spot. He gonna play the dog. He gonna be the defense on the other team's best player. He gonna play him and let Steph just roam.
Better believe it. That's what I'm saying.
But Pastor, what? I'll get it down on a second. Would you say that Dennis Schroeder is like Chauncey Billups guy? Like, I mean, he's like a journeyman always. Because if you're that good, you have a home. People ain't gonna be trading for you or trading you if you're that good.
Every team he went on, he made them better. Look when he was with OKC, they had him and Chris Paul on OKC. They was ready to put them in the dumpster. Man, they was in the playoffs.
I understand that, but what I'm saying, everybody wants a home. They don't like to be a journeyman. Where they like Ray Allen. That's why he got mad at Boston and left and signed with Miami, because every year they were talking about trading him. It was always a trade Paul Pierce or Kevin Garnett. Every year his name was always brought up. So he got tired of it.
Yeah, but ain't that a good thing when everybody wants you?
Not really. If you're a journeyman.
How many teams your ball play for?
They only want you because you're cheap.
3.
A lot of times you be cheap. After the Lakers got rid of him, he been cheap himself.
For Golden
But
State,
Don,
Golden State bought Shea
that was
Moulton
his
and
fault,
all
Don.
those guys.
But look,
they wanted to sign him. Like Bruce said, like $8 million. He said no.
There's no championship involved in this. Just bringing Schroeder there. There's no championship involved. It's a good move, but no championship move. It's not.
Okay, all right. Well, you want to say some basketball?
Oh, I was saying the Lakers tried to keep him, but he wanted to go free agent. They offered him a big contract. He said no. End up going to Boston for like $5 million.
Yeah,
but you guys know what I'm saying about the journeyman type guys, where they're good, but they're always it's good that people want you. But if you're the person they're trading for, you want to get a home. You want to be like Steph.
Yeah, here's the thing. You're not gonna send something that has no trade value anywhere. I'm trying to think of somebody we could compare that to. I mean, just give me anybody that had trade value and then suddenly just went flat, like, flatter than day old beer type thing.
Buddy Hill.
He's one night.
Oh man. But Bruce,
but you don't pay
look where
top
he
dollar.
ended up at.
No, you don't.
He got to Golden State.
Right. You don't pay top dollar.
What you trying to do? That's what I'm saying, though. If he still has trade value, you better get something out of him while you have that opportunity. Because every year you got to face that cap and you got to figure out what you're going to do with that cap. So if you can get this guy out of here and take his contract and any extra money you got, hey, that helps you out next year when you come in to re-sign somebody that's going to be a help to the team. So for Golden State, they made out. I don't think they paid him a whole lot, but they paid him enough.
They give up
Good move for Golden State.
Yes.
He replaced Chris Paul. That's all.
Yeah, now that's another guy, Chris Paul. But anyway, I want to say, Bishop, like Carmelo Anthony, if he didn't have a trade clause in his contract, he would have been one of them guys too. If the team don't work out, we'll trade Carmelo Anthony. But he had a trade clause where you just couldn't trade him. So but he would have been one of them journey type guys too.
You know why? Because he was one dimensional.
Right, right. And them guys don't like that. He
didn't play no defense. He had to go inside. He only shoot.
Yeah, but that's a bad comparison, Jerry, because Carmelo Anthony going in the Hall of Fame. Schroeder going in the Hall of Fame.
I agree.
He the one that got mad when they traded him.
In the Hall of Fame.
Huh? Yeah, but I'm saying Carmelo's not a journeyman. He going to the Hall of Fame.
Because he didn't have because I'm telling you, he had it in his contract. You just couldn't trade him. Like Patrick Ewing. He had a no trades clause in his contract. So just couldn't trade him. But if he didn't have one, he would have been a journeyman. He would have been one of the guys too that, well, it ain't working out with Trey Camillo.
Well, look, what's my man name? Like Sweet Lou. He was just a shooter. He went all over the place. Every year they was trading. Every year. Yeah.
Right.
Now, you know who else turned out? Didn't Joe Dumars get traded to several different teams before landing in Detroit and staying a while? Wasn't he like a journeyman? I'm trying to remember.
I don't remember him.
But if he did, that was before he went to Detroit. I mean,
I'm trying to remember. Did he play for somebody else? Because I was trying to remember what happened to him. Because I know 1 minute, next thing you know, he's on Detroit and he ain't moved not another lick since.
I don't remember him playing with nobody else.
He started working for Detroit after that.
Ah, that's what it was. Okay, all right.
And then
But to me, a journeyman a lot of time is the guy. They value go down, but they still worth what you pay for.
Take another one. Kevin Ollie played for 13 different teams.
And his value
won a national championship. No, really, 13 different teams Kevin Ollie played for.
I'm talking about guys that still got a decent name and they still got some game.
I was just talking about journeymen who've been everywhere. I'm just talking about journeymen who've been everywhere. And when I say everywhere, they almost covered the entire NBA. He got a third of them out the way anyway.
All right, I'll get back to
Big Shot Bob was one of those guys.
Who?
Big Shot Bob.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he was worth something. He's the only one I can think about that worth a little bit.
Yeah, because he got traded for Charles Barkley.
He was getting championships.
Yeah, because he got traded. Yeah, because I think he got traded for Charles Barkley, right? When they brought Charles over, they got rid of him.
Didn't they? Hey, now you got to take in those who got traded, and it worked out for him. Robert Horry, how many different teams did he win a championship with?
Oh yeah, 3.
Yeah,
San Antonio.
That worked out for him.
Yeah, but look what he had.
The Lakers and Houston.
Well, look what he had. He had Tim Duncan. He had Shaq, and then he had Olajuwon. So I mean,
but listen. But now he's talking about. He was talking, because he wants to get in the Hall of Fame. So he said the thing about the guys that ain't in there, there's still got a lot of guys in there. Charles Barkley, they don't got what he got.
That's right.
He got rings, not one ring, not 4 rings. He got rings.
He got rings.
Yeah,
he contributed.
Yeah, now
it wasn't just like he was sitting on the bench.
That's right.
Big Shot Bob.
That's right.
Yeah, but look at them boys that run 1-6 with Jordan. They put Littleton in there.
No, but Big Shot Bob.
He ain't getting in there.
But he actually contributed something.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I don't think B.J. Armstrong's going either.
No, he only got like 3.
Big Shot Bob, he's gonna make it in.
Yeah, I believe so.
Just give him a little time. He's gonna make it in.
He might make it in, yeah.
What about Super John? You guys think Super John should be in there? Pastor Wall, just be honest. I don't care if he's we're from New Haven. So should Super John be in the NBA Hall of Fame? Who do you think, Pastor Wall?
I don't know. No. He's a great player now. Some of the people they putting in there now, I don't. But
yeah, he might be compared to some they put in there.
How long did he play? That's the thing.
He didn't play for a long time. He got 2 rings with the Nets.
But 7 seasons.
The Nets don't count. The Knicks don't put him in.
That's true with the NBA. That's true.
Let's face it. John our boy, but he blew his career.
Yeah.
He's not gonna. He blew his career.
Larry, what you think? Super John should be in the Hall of Fame?
Nah.
He blew it. He blew his career.
He
didn't take it serious at one point. Gained all that weight. Wouldn't play ball with the.
He's borderline. He's borderline, but not enough to say he can sneak in.
He did better than Slide though. Slide's the one.
Yeah,
Slide's the one that wasted his talent.
Break in.
You know, Slide get there.
No, I know that. I'm just saying Slide wasted his talent, is what I mean.
Yes, exactly what he did. Came back to New Haven with the big head and never left.
That's right.
Yeah, but I mean, Super John. I think John should be in there, man. To be honest,
he's
You know, I want him in there.
Yeah, I think John should.
I like to see him in there. I'm just being real.
We all want him in there, but he's a borderline. I mean,
I wouldn't. Listen, Jerry, I wouldn't tell. If he got in there, I wouldn't say take him out. I'd be happy.
Not a chance. I'd be New Haven proud. Listen, I'd be New Haven proud to see him get in.
Yeah.
They need to put Bob Salisbury in there. They need to put him in there too, to be honest.
He should
Anyway,
be.
With his record, he should be.
yeah, I mean,
He
we're that.
I
We're
mean,
sports
at
talk.
one point, Bob Salisbury had the #1 team in the nation with Cross.
Is
How do
Danny
you-
Hurley father in there?
Huh?
Is Danny Hurley father in the Hall of Fame?
No, not yet, but he probably will be.
Record better than Salisbury.
Larry, what you think? Bob Salisbury should be in the Hall of Fame or what?
I think so.
I think he should be.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna fight for that too.
Yeah, but they're gonna have to put Hurley in there if they put Sals in there because
He might
Hurley
be in
had
there.
he had the
He's not in
#1
there.
team in Jersey
He's not in
for a
there.
few years. I mean,
Yeah, he actually did too, didn't he?
All right, you got to do the picks, Jerry. Or where else? I
Yeah,
don't know what you got on there.
I don't think I picked last week. But
Somebody picked it. Somebody
Jerry.
picked in your place because they went 15-1. They was first place, so I don't know who did it.
I might have picked that. Go ahead.
that might have been me.
Let's do the picks, Bishop.
Let me
I had
pull this up. All right, hit your next topic while I get this up.
The next topic was going to be Philly, the Eagles.
Oh,
All right,
man, they look good.
Philly beat Pittsburgh 27-13. All right, Pastor, what's your thoughts on Philly, man? I mean,
Philly look good, man. Jalen Hurts shut everybody up. You know, they was complaining. They was complaining about him not being able to pass. You know, he passed for 190-something yards, plus ran for like 75 yards, plus do 2 touchdown passes to A.J. Brown and 1 to the Slim Reaper. I think he put everybody on notice. Philly look good, man.
Oh, they real good. They go to the Super Bowl.
They could.
Hey, what
Oh,
he
yeah.
say? Is that what
Who
y'all
gonna stop
want?
him? He said, "That's what y'all want."
Right, is
Yeah.
Philly go to the Super Bowl?
Why not?
I got you.
Who gonna beat him?
Philly might go to the Super Bowl, but
Who gonna beat
AJ
'em?
Brown, he's having a problem with one of his ankles too because he got hurt near the end of the game. But they got everything they need
Yeah.
if he stays healthy because if he goes out, they don't have a chance.
So you
But
know what
if he
they
stay
did?
healthy, they got a good chance
Larry?
of going to Super Bowl.
What they did, Pittsburgh said, you know what? We're gonna stop Saquon. We stopping the run, and we're gonna dare quarterback to beat us. And he beat him.
Yeah.
They Saquon had 65 yards, and they beat him. They shut him
They still
down.
beat
Pittsburgh didn't score no points in the whole second half.
Well, the defense can't do it. Bishop, what you think, man? No, you looking at it. All right, go ahead, John. Philly.
They think they should do WJRG, man.
Miami, okay.
I put mine in
Well,
there. I think my only loss was
I'm gonna say Philly got a good chance. I'm starting to listen to Bruce now. You know, he's been hollering it all year, my year. I'm starting to say they got an excellent chance on going to.
Well, they're playing the best.
Right now, besides that sprain, they seem to be the healthiest team in the league, which plays a big role when you want to go in.
Hottest team in the league, Don. 10 straight wins.
There you go. Now, here you go. I think this WJRG is actually Bruce.
Yeah,
And
that's
if that's
It might
Bruce,
be
congratulations.
15-1.
15-1. He almost went undefeated. He, like the rest of us, got duped in by the Chargers, thinking that they was hot when they wasn't. You know, but other than that, it goes 15 for Bruce, 14 for Pastor
For
Walt,
me.
14 for
too.
Henry, 14 for myself, 13 for Larry. Don, you had your worst week ever. How do you have 4 losses?
y'all laughed at me when I took Tampa Bay. Remember that?
And you know what? I thought about that, but by the time I thought about changing it, it was 115, so I couldn't change it.
I
So
think my loss was Seattle.
no, your loss was the Chargers.
Oh, I know. Friday night I picked
You
Buffalo.
actually took the Chargers.
Buffalo to beat Detroit.
My loss was San Francisco. And well,
I'll tell you who your loss was. Everybody except for Don only had 2 losses.
So
so-
Bishop, did I vote? I mean, did I put it? I didn't pick it up.
Actually, Larry had 3 losses: San Francisco, the Chargers, and the Lions. Those are your 3 losses.
Yeah, my 2 was the Lions and the Chargers.
That's exact, and they were back to back too. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
that was my 2 losses. My 2 losses were the Chargers and the Jaguars. I thought the Jaguars were going to upset the Jets. I don't know what I was thinking.
Me either.
lose 2 in a row.
I think you picked the Panthers too, Bishop. You better check that. I think you picked the Panthers. With the Cowboys.
Actually, no, I did not. I picked the Cowboys.
You sure?
No, let's back up.
No, you
Let's get
didn't.
it right.
Because I remember you saying it.
No, I picked the Panthers and the Chargers. Those are my two losses. The Panthers and the Chargers. I don't know what I was thinking on the Panthers, man. I must have had.
You picked the Panthers.
Yeah. And I'm the only one that picked the Panthers. I was looking for an upset pick. The only upset I saw, I was upset.
This is my final one before I let you guys go. I got to bring up the Cowboys again. Bishop, you were now when we first started it. The Cowboys, they won 3 out of the last 4 games. And in the game they lost, when the guy should let the ball go, and he blew the game. That was a great win for the Cowboys under Cooper Rush. I still say they look like a better team with him at quarterback. You guys don't agree with that, right? Still got Larry still shaking his head no.
I want to say this
for itself. Go ahead.
I'll make this statement. Compared to what Dak has done this year, just this year, let's not take any other years, just this year, Cooper Rush does look better. He looks better right now. He's making some good decisions. He's getting some production out of his running game, even though it's not a lot, but it's enough to keep him in a position where he can get to Lamb and to his other receivers. The defense is holding up. They might be pasted together, but they're still getting it done, whatever the case may be. Right now, Rush looks a little better than Prescott.
Ooh. Go ahead, Larry.
They are coaching differently. They put more emphasis on the run instead of putting money on the quarterback. The quarterback can't have to make the same throws. They run the ball a lot more, and they're throwing a lot safer passes. I think when Prescott was in there, he had the whole ring to do whatever he wanted to do. But with Rush, they got Rush on a leash. So that's why.
All right, then it's working then. Well, I don't care how you want to call it. If you won 3 out of 4, whatever you're doing is working. I don't care if you got him on a leash or whatever. The name of the game is to win or lose. Is he winning? He's winning. Right?
Very true.
But it's the running game. They never ran like that all year.
It's working. I don't care how you want to twist it or look at it.
Yeah, but it's working. But you can't say it's working because of Rush. When Dak was in there, the running back, they would say they need a running game. Now Rush in there, this guy done ran over 100 yards every game.
But this is a quarterback league, right? I mean, the quarterback.
Regardless
Jackson, Prescott.
That's got nothing to do with that.
Allen.
That got to do with Dallas.
Because he's the quarterback now.
No.
When Jack was playing, he was the quarterback.
That's what you're saying, though.
I'm listening to what I'm saying.
Dallas didn't run the ball when Dak was in there. Now they're running the ball.
Okay.
So that changed the whole thing. That's why they should have been running the ball in the beginning. What we're saying, like Larry said, they got him on a lease.
Man, it's working. Put him on.
They're not passing the ball. Now, every time Dak goes back, he's running for his life. Rush ain't got to worry about none of that because he's handing the ball off. He's making a few. I mean, he's not playing all bad now. He's making a few good passes. But there's nowhere in the world you can say he's a better quarterback than Dak. When they changed the whole game plan around. There's a reason they're running the ball now. That's what Larry said. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You think they would let Cooper Rush pass the ball 70% of the time?
Well, they ain't paying the kind of money they're paying.
They ain't got nothing to do with money. You playing to win or you playing it for money?
To win.
Playing to win.
Why
they're winning now?
Why they don't have Rush throwing the ball 70% of the time like they did that?
Because he's not doing it.
I didn't know what you're saying then if he ain't that.
But he's winning though.
He winning.
Is this a quarterback league or what? I mean, when the quarterback get the credit when they win. Lamar Jackson get the credit.
What that got to do with the man making a game plan? What that got to do with Dallas? And they changed the game plan.
Well, all right, okay. That like you guys saying about Lamar Jackson, Henry got to get more touches. All right, that's fine. All right, but we'll see. So if they win the next 2-3 games and they be 5-1 under Cooper Rush, I mean, then as far as I'm concerned, that'll be a strategy we'll look at going to next year.
I put it like
that. I put it like that.
I put it like that.
Winning or losing.
Year before last when Dak got hurt. Right?
And they won like what?
Oh, let me finish. Year before last when Dak got hurt, I think Cooper Rush went something like 5-1.
5-1, right.
Everybody was saying, oh, he needs to be starting. So in the off season, they said, oh, he going to be a starter somewhere. You know where he at? He's still with Dallas. You know why? Because he ain't no starter. And your quarterback league, he ain't no starter. He's still a backup.
But if he keep winning, then he might be a starter.
You know, he ain't gonna be no starter. He ain't gonna be no starter nowhere.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, Dak getting this opportunity. All right, you guys, it's 7:05. I'm not gonna hold anybody
that
up.
chain you got there, bro.
Thank you, my brother.
You got that from Cooper Rush.
My wife.
Doreen, he didn't mean that. Calling you Cooper Rush.
Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush, Cowboys, though, you got to give it to him. All right, you guys.
Well, the better question would be, are the Cowboys playing better football now? And the answer would be yes.
Yes.
It's not Cooper Rush. It's the running game. That's the whole. But they are playing better football now. But it's the running game. Yeah, but Jerry, Cooper Rush ain't throwing 5 touchdowns and leading the Cowboys to victory. Their running game is doing it,
and their defense is holding up.
Right. So it's not. Now you could say, if you were saying, "Wow, Cooper Rush had 4 touchdowns last week, 5 the week before," man, he's driving them. That ain't the case.
Nope.
It's the running game.
Understand that now?
I know exactly what he's saying.
Everybody then broke it down left, right, and in the middle. He said,
No, I'm what he's saying. I agree. But I know Dak can go interceptions. I mean, Dak
80% of the time you can throw interceptions.
They pass the ball off then.
Hey, Bruce.
No,
hey, Bruce. We got to get Jerry to commit to a team, okay? That's gonna be our goal before this season ends.
Exactly what I am.
He'll pick Jackson.
Jerry's a Philly fan.
That's what I'm doing. I'm just
We're gonna make Jerry a Philly fan. So
winning
that's
and losing. It's about winning and losing, Bishop. Yeah, I know you guys say, well, when Dak was playing, he was throwing the ball, and they got the same coaches. If you see it ain't working, they try to run the game.
They changed the strategy.
We agree. That's what I'm saying. We agree.
They got to change the strategy when they change the quarterback, because both quarterbacks do not play the same. Dak Prescott is a different animal compared to Cooper Rush. Rush could not do what Prescott did, so they got to manage.
But if they was running the ball like they are now, Dak would have been much better off.
And he would have probably had 4 or 5 touchdowns. He probably wouldn't be hurt.
Well, we'll find out next year then, because Dak next year. And I don't want to see Dak going 80% of the time when he got to run the game then.
We agree.
Well, all right, we'll see. We'll see. All right, let me close out in prayer. All right, I'll close out tonight. Father God, we thank you for this sports talk on this great Tuesday. We thank you for every person that's on viewing us tonight. Father God, we thank you for everyone, Bruce, Donald, Larry, Kendall, Bishop, Walter, my brother Henry, who's not here, and Bob McCormick. Lord, we just thank everyone that's a part of the sports talk team tonight, Lord. Continue to bless us, Lord, on the KMI television network as we spread the love of you, Father God, during this holiday season, Lord. And bless each and every one of our families tonight, Lord. And we just thank you, Lord, for your goodness, for your mercy, Lord. And we thank you for the television ministry you've given us, Lord, and every platform on Facebook, YouTube, and every platform you've given us, Lord, to spread your love through sports tonight, Lord. We love you, and we give you all the praise in Jesus' name. Amen and amen.
Amen.
You guys have tonight, okay? And we're gonna do Friday. We're gonna do Friday, and I'm gonna send you guys a text about next week, because I might want to do Monday instead of Tuesday, because I know it's a holiday next weekend. But we'll talk about it. God bless everybody. Have a blessed night. All right.
God bless.
God bless.